Right, next up we have this Audi A1, which is the 1.4 TFSI. This is on a 2017, I think, 67 plate. Now, does your blowers only work on the high setting? Let me demonstrate. So, I can set this on, I get copyrighted. Nothing. 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 There we go. So, basically what happens here, what you have got is a resistor. Now, what happens is the 12 volt is applied to the resistor, and then depending on where you set it on the blowers is depending on how much voltage it allows through the system to the blowers. Hence the reason why when you go on 1, small amount of air. Number 2, more air, free air. Number 3, more air. And number 4, full throttle. Now, the reason why it works on number 4 and not the other settings is because when you ask for full power, it doesn't need to draw any resistance from the resistor. So it will go straight through the full 12 volts to the blower motor to give it full power. So that is the reason why. So when we go 1, 2, and 3, the electric will be passed through the resistor, allowing it to draw less, so it will produce less for the blower. When you go to number 4, it will give you full power. Hence the reason why this is working on number 4 and not on any other setting. So if your car is doing that, I guarantee you, unless you've got a burnt out wire in there or you've got something else going on, 99% of the time, it will be your heating resistor. Now, on these Audis, on this one, we've got to take the glove box out and it will be in and around where your blower is. Now, I can see on here that there is a cap for this, so I'm assuming there will be a plug that comes out of here and this will just click into place, ready to put that in. So, let's do it together. To fit the heating resistor on this Audi A1 2017, first thing we're going to do is just pop the cover off here on the side, which is nice and easy. And then what we're going to need to do is we are going to need because we're going to need to take these screws out to remove the glove box, which I'm a betting man, probably T25 maybe. Let's see if I'm right or if I'm not right. Right, that's gone in. So yes, it is looking like a T25. So all we're going to do, we've got 2 at the very back of the glove box, which is in here. I don't know if you can see that. So you've got 1 there and 1 up there. And then what you're going to have is you've got 3 along the top here, which I'll just get those out and show you. Right, so I stand corrected, and that is probably the reason why I don't bet. It is a T20. Nice and easy to get on it on the back with a screwdriver, but to get these ones along the top, I think this was £1, this tool, an actual £1. So we have got 1, 2, 3 along the top here, 2 in the back, which is 5, 6 on there, and you've got 2 in the bottom. So 7, 8 T20 screws. So now I've taken these ones out on the inside. We're going to take this one out the side. And then what we do, we'll go underneath and just take out the other 2. But the good thing is they are, at the moment, all the same size. So, there's 2 more. We've got actually here. Whip this one out. So, I'm just going to undo these 2. They are only situated on the outer part of here. So we've got 2 in here. So you can see it already. Now we've taken the 5 out from inside, the 1 from the side, it's all starting to move. So that is the other one. And they are all the same size. So you haven't got to worry about putting them in particular order. And then this is the last one on here. So 1, 2, 5 inside, 1 on the side there. Let's get this one out. What a great tool this is for £1. A £1 tool. Obviously, you don't get any bits with it, but I'm just using the Milwaukee bits for it. And that is the last one. So, these are your T20s. They're all the same size, so you haven't got to worry about it. Just to recap again, 1 on the side there, 2 along the bottom, 3 along the top, and 2 in the back. So we've got 8 in total. So what we're going to now do is just remove the glove box, which I'll just rest it on my leg to do. That's that. And then this one is for the multimedia, but to be honest, we can get to it without that. Okay, so right now, guys, this is a really awkward one because that, see that blue wire up there? That is where the heater resistor is housed. See that round circle up the back here? And at the moment, we've got a headlight control module here, and then you've got a strengthening bar that it's mounted to is also where the glove box mounts to the back of it. Now, what I'm going to have to do is remove this module, and then I'm going to bend this out to be able to get onto that. And then what I'm going to do is bend this back, line this back up, and hopefully that will do the job. But that's going to take some absolutely nightmare hands to get up there. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend this, and then hopefully I'll bend that back and it will work. And the only reason I'm actually taking this off is I don't want to damage any of the pins or anything on the plug or the wiring. So we'll take this off so that I can bend it and then hopefully get it all back without any dramas. Okay. Right, there we go. So that is the headlight module out the way. Now, that is up there, which sits on the side of this box here. That's where it sits. So we are going to have to bend this, which looks like it is bendable, but what we've got to be careful is we don't snap it because it's only welded very slightly on these 2 edges. And let's see if we can get this out. Right, so I haven't actually bent this yet. I've managed to move these wires down below this tab here to give me a little bit of access into here. And then my wife, who's got a lot smaller hands than me, has managed to get her hand up there and twist it anti-clockwise. So basically, on the heating resistor, you've got 2 notches. So if you can turn it anti-clockwise, the whole thing will come out. And it will come out enough that now, when she pulls this back across here, we should be able to get on the plug to be able to remove the plug before trying to get this out of here. So I am going to try and get this out without bending this first. If we can't get it out, then I will have no choice but to bend this and then try and bend it back. So I'll get my wife to try and see if she can get that plug off, and then I'll let you know whether it does come through here or whether we're going to have to bend this. Right, so does it look like you could potentially get it into a position where we could take the plug off? You see that? Right, what I'm going to try and do is try and get this plug out. I've bent this very, very slightly. Let's try this. Right, I'm just going to have to, where we've bent it, is it going to come through? Should be able to get that plug out now, though. Right, there you go. Oh, right. So what I can see on here, there's a burn mark here. See it? It's actually fallen to starting to fall to pieces. So there's no doubt in my mind that that is faulty. Let's get the new one in and see if we were right or whether we were wrong. We're going to get that past there and then up into there, and then have to try and feel. I'm not going to lie, that is not a fun job. You've got to literally, but I didn't want to bend this bar. If you come and have a look at this, I didn't want to bend it because it is only spot welded either side. But provided you don't bend it too far, look, I've only had to bend it maybe 15 degrees, 10 degrees, and that was enough to get this out. So you do need to pull this lot down. I pulled it below this tab to try and keep it all down. I did have to take off the headlight module to do this, but I couldn't get that plug off in situ. So what we had to do was turn it anti-clockwise, bring it out, and then pull it to here to be able to get the plug off it, and then pull it through. Then with the new one, the resistor in first, turn it clockwise so it locks on the two tabs, and then put the plug on there. So now all I'm going to do is bend this back to there, and then I'm going to put this back on and then make sure that the glove box all buttons up, and then we can check to see if we were wrong or whether we were right. Right, so that is that bar bent back. That is the headlight module now on. Great thing about this vehicle is everything is T20, all the same size. You can put bolts in a pile. It's absolutely fantastic. So now what we're going to do, we'll just get this glove box back in. Don't forget, guys, what I see all the time, people forget to put the plug back in where it came from. So you end up having no lights for the glove box. So top tip, don't forget your plug for your lights. So before we do anything, all I've done, I've just pushed this back in. I'll put the one in the side, which is the easiest one to do to stop this from falling down. And I've just stuck one up here. Just want to make sure that where we've bent this back at the back, it will line up with the screw hole. But top tip, before you put all this back together, let's see if these blowers actually work. So, start the car up. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Oh, come on. Yay, we have blowers. So, that was the issue, guys. Now, I'm going to put this back together. Cut wrists. The wife's the same. And if you like the videos, you know what to do. And I'll catch you on the next one.